Your most important tool is probably your eyes. You can only fix what you can see. The way to see scratches is...
All right, welcome. So we have SCANGRIP. We have Matt here with us this morning. Why don't we start off by telling them a little bit more about SCANGRIP?
Yeah, SCANGRIP, we're a lighting company. We do work lights for professionals. That's what we do. We do a lot of different work lights. We don't believe in one light fits all. So we have a lot of different product lineups for different industries. And one of the lineups, basically the product lineup we're going to be talking about today, SCANGRIP Color Match. And SCANGRIP Color Match is developed and manufactured for anybody working with automotive paint, meaning automotive detailers like yourself, and also collision repair, body shop people. The way to identify our Color Match lights is that they're going to have this SCANGRIP Color Match logo here on it, and they're usually going to have red color on them as well. I would argue as a detailer, your most important tool is probably your eyes. I don't know if your eyes is a tool, but you can only fix what you can see. And therefore you need high quality light. You need that because you want to be able to catch the imperfections the first time around. One of the things that sets these Color Match lights apart from a regular work light, because you can go to your local hardware store and you can buy a really bright light, but it's not going to show you as much as these lights do. And there's two reasons for that. One reason is the adjustability. So I think every detailer, they know that the light that you need on a black vehicle, for example, to find the imperfections is very different from the light you're going to be using on a light colored vehicle, let's say a white or a silver vehicle. Black is a very absorbent color, so you can shoot a lot of light at it, and it'll basically absorb the light. Our lights can be adjusted. They have stepless dimmers, most of them, and the ones that don't have stepless, they still have dimmers. I'll show them this one here. This is the low setting, and you can dim it up, and then it blinks, and you know you're at the end. At the same time, we have adjustable color temperature. I'll show that as well here. So it goes from what you can say a cooler color to a warmer color. And why do you need that? Well, on a black car, it'll absorb all the light, so you can crank it up all the way, and you'd usually also use a cooler color temperature. But on a silver or a white vehicle that's very reflective, you can't shoot that much light. I mean, you can, but you're not going to be able to see anything. All you're seeing is basically light coming back at you. So either you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get blinded, or you're thinking, oh, this looks great. Because you're not really seeing the paint, you're really just seeing the light, the reflection of the light. And that's why for a light colored vehicle, like a silver or white, less is really more. So you want to be able to crank all the way down, and you also want a warmer color temperature. Because when clear coat scratches, it turns white. Meaning on a black car, it's pretty easy to see all the scratches. On a white car, it can be very difficult because obviously the white of the scratch of the clear coat is a different shade of white than the actual color, but still you're looking 2 shades of white. And then if you introduce white light, then all of a sudden you have 3 different whites trying to find out what's the scratch, what's the light, what's the paint. So therefore on a white vehicle, you would obviously use a warmer color temperature like a 2500 Kelvin or 3500 Kelvin. Another difference is something called the color rendering index, the CRI value. And that comes back to why can you see imperfections in the sun that you cannot see under your bright shop light. It's got nothing to do with how bright the light is. It's got to do with the quality of the light. And the best light you can get is sunlight. So sunlight has a CRI value of 100. And that's what you want to get as close to as possible. These lights, these Color Match lights, they have a very high CRI value, so they mimic sunlight. So I don't know if we should talk about how to actually use the light. The way to see scratches is, I mean, it's fine to shine directly on the paint, but you really want to keep it at an angle. Some people say 45 degrees. That's a good starting point, but I prefer to kind of change the angle as we go. Because the scratches, they might not be straight. And basically, when you see a scratch, you really just see that right there, the paint is reflecting the light differently than the surrounding area. And a scratch is really a groove in the paint, just a very small one. So on a black car, it's easy to see, but let's say we were working on a white car. You need to catch it right at the right angle, where you basically get in the groove, and the groove kind of reflects the light kind of in a crooked way, and that's how you see the scratch. And that's why you kind of hold it at an angle, and you hit it from different angles. And this is not something that takes a long time. Once you start using this, you get familiar with it real quick, and you can inspect the panel super easy and super quickly. And that will be the way you would do to use an inspection light, and then you would do your pass and you would inspect again. Now, if we bring the Multimax 3 over that I have here on the on the stand, then that's a different way of doing it. Again, we will dim it up because this is a black car. If it was a white car, I would literally use it on the smallest. And then let's see what the color temperature is set at. So that's right in the middle. We can actually give that some more. You basically will have that. You can move it with you along the car as you go along. And in this case, we would put it down a little bit. And then you would basically have it shining on the panel as you're doing your pass with the machine. And talking about the Multimax 3 and the Multimax 8, and again, the difference between the Multimax 3 and the Multimax 8 is one thing. It's the size and the output. The Multimax 8 have a higher max output, but they have the exact same adjustability and the same settings. Okay. It's a dual system, so you can run them either on battery or you can run them on plugged in. We have this one is on the power supply. We have the power supply over here that you can plug it into and then run it. This one is running on a battery. And when it comes to a battery system, that's also quite unique because we used to have our own SCANGRIP batteries, but we realized the last thing you need is really an extra battery platform in your toolbox when that battery only powers up your lights. So we created the Connect system, which enables you to run the lights off any battery, any 18 or 20 volt battery from any power tool manufacturer.
I think this is the thing I am
and
literally
this
most
one here
excited
right now
about
is running on a Rupus battery.
Yeah.
This one here is running on a Flex battery right now. Yeah. And I also have a Milwaukee battery over here just for demonstration purposes. So the way it works is that we manufacture these connectors here. And you buy and we have over 20 different connectors now, and we're constantly adding to the list. So it is, when I say it works with any battery, any 18 or 20 volt battery, it's not quite true, but it is very, very close to being true. So you get the connector for the battery you want to use, and today we want to use a Milwaukee battery. And then you take your Milwaukee battery, which you already have, you put the connector on, and then when you install it on the back of the light, you basically take the connector and the light as if it was a battery itself. Another thing I want to mention about these lights, it also has a Bluetooth app. And that is useful if you have them on a stand. Now this is not super high, but this stand here goes up to a total of 10 feet. So if you have it up on 10 feet, then it's kind of hard to adjust it. I'll show you here. I don't know if we can see the app. So I have the SCANGRIP app here. You can download that for free. You don't have to go into your phone and pair Bluetooth or anything like that. Bluetooth just has to be on. So I choose the Multimax 8 Connect, which is this one here. You can have up to 4 units at the same time, and you can group them in up to 4. So you can actually control up to 16 lights at a time. And then I choose that's the one I want to control, and I'm not going to create a group because this is the only one where the Bluetooth is turned on. And then I can turn it on and off. So then it just gives me a warning, don't look in the light. So that's obviously, we don't want to do that. And then I can turn it on and off, and I can dim it up, and I can dim it down, and I can do all the same adjustability I can do on the back of the light. I can do from the app. And that is very convenient, especially if you have it on a high stand. And we're going to turn it off again. I don't want to blind the cameras, but that's kind of how that works. We have a diffuser on this one, as do we on this one here. And the diffuser is for one thing. It's for applying ceramic coatings. So when you polish, you want direct light. But in order to find those high spots, again, you need diffused light. Right. So it kind of tries to replicate a cloud cover, like a daylight, but with cloud cover. So that's what that's for. That's all it's for. We have them for all the different sizes of lights. This is the Multimax 3. We have it for the Multimax 8. We even have it here for the Minimatch and the SunMatch 4. The SunMatch 4 actually comes with a diffuser in the box. It's the only one that comes with one in the box. The other ones are sold on the side. We have 2 different stands available. I'll turn this on so I don't blind the camera. We have the wheel stand and the tripod. The difference is the wheel stand here goes up to a total of 6 feet. And it wheels around, which is quite convenient. You can also lock. There's 2 of the wheels that can be locked. And it also has a lower bracket here where you can install either another Multimax 3 or you can install a Multimax R, which is what we've done here, which is kind of nice because again you can shoot the light at the car from different angles at the panel. And again, obviously you have the adjustability. You can adjust the angle this way, you can adjust the angle that way. This one here is not as movable. You can't wheel it around, but it's a lot sturdier. And as a result, it goes up higher. It goes up to 10 feet. So if you want a light high up, if you're working on a real tall vehicle and you want to shine light on the roof, I don't know if that's a thing, but if you wanted to, then you would go with the tripod rather than the wheel stand.
Very cool.
And then let's move on, I think, to the, I don't know if you can call it the star of the show. So this is a light that we are very, very excited about. So it's a buffer light, and it attaches to your buffer. And it has, again, as we know, adjustability, 5-step color temperature adjustability, and also a 2-step dimmer.
Very cool.
And it shows your battery here. It can be adjusted. I'll turn it on again on the high setting. So you can adjust it, the angle here, and also where you attach it, you can adjust it forward and back. So you can find just the right, basically, positioning of the light.
Yeah.
And as you can see, this red boss here is actually also a bit of a swivel.
Okay.
So it'll fit like, regardless of the curvature of the buffer, it'll fit basically perfectly and snug. If you press the CCT button, I would dim up the color temperature so we get it all the way up to 60, just because it's a black vehicle.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And then, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So then you would be going like that when you're polishing.
Sure. Yeah, and it lights up those scratches for you. Yeah, that's really cool.
So you have it right in front of your polisher. You can see.
I like the message on the back here.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly. Let your passion shine. I mean, the light shines, but also the light shines, the vehicle shines once you're done with it, and you as a person, you shine when you do your job and when you love what you do. It fits into the outtake for the handle. Now, the Rupus polisher, some of them, they don't have a handle, but we have a solution for that, and I'll show that here. This one here comes in the box with the with this light, and we also have multiple different screws in different length and also different thread pattern, so it fits all the buffers you can buy. And we actually also have little spacers. So if you wanted to space it out that way, so you'll be able to swivel it more that way, there's spaces in the box. So it's not like you have to specify, oh, I need the one for the Rupus, or I need the one for the Flex. It all comes in the box. And again, this one here is for the Rupus. It'll attach to the Rupus, and then you'll screw it into there. So it'll fit just like this one on a Rupus.
Very cool.
The last thing I'll mention is it is a rechargeable battery. So it comes with this battery, and it comes with a USB-C charging plug.
That's cool.
So you can charge this, and you can buy extra batteries. So when you run out of power, you put this one in the charger, and you put the other one there.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a simple little tool, but I think it'll make a big difference.
Yeah.
Again, it's brand new, so we're really excited to get it out to detailers out in the market and see how people like it. We have our regular headlamp, which is a very, very good light.
Yep.
And here I've attached our power bank. So this is basically a power bank that attaches to the back to give you extra run time, and you just plug it in when you run out of battery, or you can plug it in right when you start. We have a stepless dimmer, like we're used to, and 5-step color temperature adjustability.
Okay.
And we also have the good old motion sensor. So you can basically turn it on and off with your with the wing of your hand.
Yeah.
If you have gloves on, or if you have dirty hands.
Yeah, I love that. I use that all the time.
And you can turn that off. Some people like it, some people don't. But so this is the iMatch 3. The other one here is called the Unimatch.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this one yet.
No. So it has a 2-step dimmer, and you can basically adjust it this way, so you can get just the right angle. And it has a stepless color temperature. So this wheel here, you turn that, and you'll change the color temperature steplessly.
Okay.
It also has a spotlight here in the end. So if you want to use it in the front of your head like this, like a spotlight, you can.
Okay.
Or you can move it over here to the side of your head and use it as a spotlight.
Okay.
And you can also take it off and use it as a pen light.
Very nice.
So in the box, it also comes with this one here. So if you wanted to attach it to your hat, you can.
That's nice.
Either here in the front. Let's see here, either here in the front, and again, you can just change the angle as you want.
Okay, that's super cool, because there's a lot of guys that like to work in hats. Yeah,
exactly.
That is super cool.
All details wear hats. Oh, but you could also wear it here in the side, and then basically put the spotlight on there, and then have it like that.
So cool.
Depending on your personal preference.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's another cool new light. And I'll also mention the Essential Kit. Consists of the Multimax R, which again, as we're used to, a 5-step dimmer, and also 5-step color temperature adjustability. And then you also get the iMatch 3 that we just talked about, is also part of the of that one.
Yep.
And then the Mini-Match here. So the Mini-Match, I like that. It's a simple tool. It has 2-step dimmer and 2 color temperatures. But it's really affordable. And again, it's a sturdy tool. It's a good place to start. If you have never had a color match tool before, this is a very good place to start.
You know what we didn't show? The interior light.
The bonnet light. Yeah,
It's like one of my
Let's
favorites.
go over here. So this is a little different. This is not a color match light. It's the only one that we have here today that's not a color match light. It was originally developed to use under the hood by mechanics, but now it's actually used by detailers the most under the to do interior work.
Right. If you don't have light coming in from the top, it doesn't matter how much you flood the sides with it. You have to have that like overhead, you know, to see it. So I think these are so great. So great.
What I really like about this one is that the angle of the beam is very narrow. So you can sit in the driver's seat, and you can actually see it here. You can sit in the driver's seat, you can light up and the way you adjust it is basically just by twisting like that. You can light up your dashboard, and even though you're tall, you're not going to get blinded.
Right.
You have the light where you need it, but you don't have it where you don't need it, and that's in your eyes.
Yep.
It has, again, a 2-step dimmer, and this is a dual system. Right now I have it plugged in, and it comes with this 15-foot charging cord, but it also has an internal battery. So you can also, if you don't want to deal with the cord, you can just use the battery. Again, a dual system. So it's a very, very popular among detailers for interior work. It clamps onto the roof here, and this one stretches. It's like a kind of like a spring-loaded, and it stretches pretty far. I mean, you can easily fit it on a full-size truck, for example. And these are soft rubber, so they're not really gonna harm your paint. I have seen some people they prefer to put a little microfiber tile underneath it, but that's however you want to do it.
Those, I think, you know, we talked a little bit about at the beginning, just efficiency and saving time. Those will save you 15 minutes on your interiors.
Exactly.
They really will, because you see it the first time, and you get the crumbs the first time. You get it makes such a difference.
And that's really the way it is with all good tools. I mean, they save you time and they save you money. And again, these are tools, they're made for professional. We offer a 3-year warranty on all of our lights. We don't make DIY products. These are all made for professionals. They're made to work every day, all day. So they're made to last. And that's really what you want as a professional. You want a tool that can save you time, and you also want a tool that you don't have to replace all the time.
Lights are not a place you want to cheap out.
Like
for sure.
all good tools, they'll pay for themselves in the time you save. And that's really just the way it is with a good buffer, a good light, any good tool.
Awesome. All right. Well, Dane, do we have any questions?
Yes, we do actually have some questions, which I'm going to now direct to you, the audience. Have you hit like yet? Have you subscribed to the Rag Company channel? And have you seen our awesome playlist with the rest of all these TRCMA segments uncut and ready for you? If you haven't, then you should probably go check them out right now. Until next time, you have a good one.